Welcome back to the Sports Show with Woody and Les and everyone else. Eric Goodman filling in for Woody today from Mile High Sports Radio. An NBA Hall of Famer died over the weekend. Moses Malone, Hall of Fame center, had an NBA championship on his resume with the Philadelphia 76ers. Was Moses Malone, by the way, only 60 years old, of a heart attack in a hotel room. Was Moses Malone underrated, overrated, or just right? Rated just right.
Way underrated.
Why?
Because Julius Erving never wins a title without Moses Malone. Ever. He was the piece that got Erving over the top.
I'll give you 5 or 6 NBA centers. You tell me where Moses Malone would rank, all right?
Well, if you're gonna go Chamberlain and Bill Russell and
Kareem,
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Shaq, yes, I'd rather have all those guys. I would.
Yeah.
But Moses Malone, I'd say top 10 center ever.
Oh, yeah. I'm actually with you on this. I think he was underrated. I think he was underestimated. Best offensive rebounder in the history of the game. And a lot of people look at Dennis Rodman, another Hall of Famer, and say he was the best rebounder. I'm not so sure. And not only that, that's all Rodman did. He rebounded.
Yeah.
Played a little defense, played some defense, but mainly rebounded. Moses Malone did everything. Moses Malone rebounded, offensive rebound.
Right.
Averaged 20, 21 points a game. Rodman was what, 8, 9 points, 10 points a game? And most of them were putbacks.
Right. But for his size, okay.
True.
For Rodman's size.
What was Dennis, 6'9"?
But he was thin.
Yeah.
Moses Malone should have
Jumping
gotten all those rebounds. Shaquille O'Neal, for his size, for his athleticism, for a guy who could run the floor at over 300 pounds and nobody could guard him, he should have the numbers that he had in terms of points and rebounds. He physically dominated everyone he played.
Yeah.
Shaquille O'Neal, you can make the case, was our generation's version of what Wilt Chamberlain was back then. Chamberlain was so physically imposing, nobody could guard the guy, with the exception, obviously, of Bill Russell. But Bill Russell was a different type of player than Wilt Chamberlain.
And had a much better team around him than Wilt ever had.
Right.
You know, Moses Malone, 13 All-Star teams, 3 MVPs. People forget. He won 3 MVPs.
You know what's amazing is that, and it's obviously coincidence, but you had Moses Malone and Darryl Dawkins dying within, what, a week of each other?
Yeah, 2 76ers centers. 2 heralded 76ers centers.
Yep.
Yeah. Moses Malone, I believe, was a bit underappreciated.
No question.
Not totally, but a bit underappreciated.
If you asked Dr. J, would he have won a title without Moses Malone? Dr. J is lying if he says yes.
Who would you rather have, Moses Malone or Akeem Olajuwon?
Akeem Olajuwon. All day.
Okay.
You?
Same. That segment brought to you by John Elway Chevrolet, Colorado's #1 Chevy dealer.
When you go to buy a car, what do you really want? You probably want a lot of cars to choose from. And you want the dealership's best price. Not some starting price or target price, the best price. And you want it immediately, not after hours of negotiating. And you want a salesperson who doesn't get paid more if you spend more. Because, well, you don't want to spend more. Well, you're in luck. John Elway wants all of those things too. Better yet, John Elway wants you to have all of those things too. Come see us or click on johnelwaychevrolet.com.